God said, before the 18th of October, 4 things will happen that will shake the very ground you walk upon. 4 divine moves that will open the heavens over your life and prove that no human delay, no demonic opposition, no earthly circumstance can stand against the plan of the Almighty. I speak to someone today who has been praying, crying, waiting, and wondering when your season will shift. Hear this with the deepest part of your spirit. Your waiting has reached its expiration date. The heavens have marked your name. God has written a decree concerning you. And before the 18th of October, the evidence of His power will manifest in your life. Do not take this as ordinary speech. This is not a message of motivation. This is a divine announcement. God said, the winds of change are gathering. The spiritual atmosphere is moving. What you could not do for years, what seemed impossible in your own strength, God will do suddenly. For when God speaks, time bends to His will. When God decrees, creation obeys. When God moves, even your enemies must witness your rise. Many of you have been through silent seasons. You prayed and heaven seemed still. You knocked and no door opened. You fasted and the breakthrough did not come. But I tell you now, by divine revelation, that silence was not absence. It was preparation. God was not ignoring you. He was positioning you. He was arranging the unseen, working behind the curtain of your frustration. You thought nothing was happening, but God was aligning people, opportunities, and timing to converge perfectly before October 18. And now, the Spirit of God is saying 4 things are about to unfold. 4 movements of divine orchestration that will mark a turning point in your destiny. The first thing that will happen before October 18 is divine reversal. God said, I am reversing the verdict. Every negative word spoken against you, every closed door, every plan that was meant to bury your potential, I am overturning it. Where you were disqualified, I am qualifying you. Where you were rejected, I am granting you favor. Where you were delayed, I am accelerating you. You see, God does not need permission from anyone to promote you. He does not consult your background to determine your future. He simply says, let there be. And suddenly there is. You thought you were behind. You looked at others and felt forgotten. But the Spirit of God says, I have hidden you for a reason. Hidden, not forsaken. Concealed, not rejected. God was preparing you in the dark so that when He brings you into the light, no man will be able to take credit. You will know that it was God and God alone. The same people who pitied you will witness your elevation. The same ground that saw your tears will witness your triumph. But listen, divine reversal does not come without divine alignment. Before God reverses your situation, He will reverse your mindset. He will remove fear, doubt, and bitterness from your heart. You cannot receive new wine with an old wineskin. God is purging your heart so you can carry what is coming. Some of you have been stripped of things, people, and plans. Not because God was punishing you, but because He was purifying you. Rejoice, for your loss was not the end. It was the preparation for restoration. The second thing God said will happen before October 18 is divine revelation. God is about to show you what you could not see. There is a level of clarity and direction coming that will end confusion. Some of you have been standing at a crossroads, uncertain of what to do next. You prayed for signs, for confirmation, for direction. And God says, I am about to reveal it. The veil will lift. The confusion will end. You will know exactly what to do. This revelation will not come through noise. It will come through stillness. In the quiet of your prayer, in the solitude of your heart, God will whisper strategies that will shift everything. You will suddenly understand why certain doors closed. You will realize why you had to wait. God will connect the dots and turn your pain into purpose. Revelation is not information. It is illumination. It opens your eyes to see how close your miracle really is. When God reveals, He restores your confidence. Many of you have doubted whether you still hear from God, whether He still speaks to you. But He has not been silent. He has been strategic. You were not waiting for Him to speak. You were waiting to be still enough to listen. Now that your spirit is ready, revelation will come like a flood. You will see dreams, receive instructions, encounter divine insight that will place you exactly where you need to be. The third thing God said will happen before October 18 is divine reward. The reward for faithfulness, the reward for endurance, the reward for trusting when everything looked impossible. God has seen the nights you cried, the days you labored, the hours you kept believing even when no one understood. Every tear, every prayer, every act of obedience, it was not wasted. Heaven recorded it all. Now God says, I am sending compensation. Not just spiritual reward, but tangible, visible evidence of my favor. The kind of blessing that cannot be hidden. The kind of increase that silences mockers. For too long, the righteous have sown without seeing the harvest. But God said, this is the time of manifestation. Your faith has matured. Your character has been refined. And now your season of reward has arrived. When God rewards, He does not do it halfway. He restores what was lost, multiplies what was little, and magnifies what was hidden. You will see breakthroughs in your finances, in your relationships, in your health, in your peace of mind. But hear me clearly. This reward is not just about comfort. It is about confirmation. God is confirming that your obedience was not in vain. He is proving that those who trust in Him will never be put to shame. And the fourth thing God said will happen before October 18 is divine restoration. You are about to recover what was stolen. The time, the joy, the opportunities, the strength, the confidence, you will recover all. You will look around and say, how did all this happen so quickly? And the answer will be God. For when restoration comes from God, it does not come in fragments, it comes in fullness. Some of you have been through years of battle, attacks, betrayals, disappointments, and you wondered if you would ever feel whole again. But hear this, God never allows pain without purpose. The storm was not sent to destroy you. It was sent to reveal what could not be broken. You have endured, you have believed, and now restoration will come. You will rise stronger than before. You will walk with confidence, not because of who you are, but because of what God has done in you. Before October 18, you will see these four movements of God: reversal, revelation, reward, and restoration. but you must prepare your heart to receive them. God's promises are not automatic. They require alignment. You must posture yourself in faith. Doubt cannot enter the atmosphere of miracles. Fear cannot stand where faith is alive. God is not moved by complaints. He is moved by conviction. If you believe He can, then act like He already has. Speak it, declare it, live as though it is already unfolding. You see, faith is not passive waiting. It is active expectation. It is the boldness to believe that what God said will happen, must happen, and cannot be stopped. Even now, in the unseen, God is orchestrating your turnaround. He is speaking your name in rooms you have never entered. He is stirring the hearts of people who will help you without knowing why. He is redirecting resources to meet your need at the exact moment you need them. Do not be deceived by what you see right now. The visible world is only a reflection of the invisible. God moves first in the unseen realm, and then it manifests in the natural. When you pray, when you believe, when you stay faithful, you are building momentum in the invisible. And when the time is full, it bursts forth into reality. That's why the enemy has been attacking you harder lately, because he knows your manifestation is near. God said before October 18, I will make it clear that I am with you. There will be signs that only you can understand, personal confirmations that no one else will grasp, but you will know deep in your spirit that it was God. You will feel divine timing aligning. You will see opportunities arise suddenly. You will witness people returning with apologies. You will feel peace replacing anxiety. God is saying, do not be afraid of sudden change. For many, the shift will come swiftly and you will feel unprepared. But understand this, when God accelerates you, He equips you. What would normally take years will happen in days. What once seemed distant will arrive without warning. The delay has built capacity in you. Now the blessing will fill that capacity. And yes, the enemy will try to distract you. As you draw closer to your breakthrough, the noise will increase. You may face misunderstandings, sudden discouragement, or unexpected challenges. But remember, distraction is the enemy's last weapon before defeat. When God is about to move, the enemy tries to cloud your focus. Do not engage with negativity. Do not waste your words defending what God is already validating. Stay still. Stay silent. Stay believing. This is not the time to retreat. It is the time to stand firm. God is not asking you to fight this battle. He is asking you to believe that it is already won. The greatest act of faith is rest, not laziness, but spiritual confidence. It is the stillness that says, I know God is working. Before October 18, God will make your faith visible. Those who doubted your calling will witness your confirmation. Those who mocked your patience will see your promotion. And to those who say, I don't see any sign yet, hear this. The darkest hour comes right before the dawn. When it looks like nothing is moving, that's when God is working the most. Do not measure divine timing by human calendars. God's word does not conform to earthly deadlines. It fulfills them. You may be wondering, why October 18? Because God has chosen a time to mark your transformation. Not because that date is magical, but because it symbolizes divine timing. It is a reminder that your life is not random. it is scheduled. Heaven runs on purpose, not on coincidence. When God sets a time, nothing can delay it. So now, prepare yourself. Clean your heart of offense. Let go of bitterness. Release the people who hurt you. Detach from anything that steals your peace. For the glory that is coming cannot dwell in a polluted vessel. God is about to entrust you with something sacred, something powerful, something lasting. But He will only pour into a clean cup. Speak what you want to see. Declare over your life. Before October 18, divine reversal is happening. Before October 18, revelation is coming. Before October 18, reward is being released. Before October 18, restoration is manifesting. Speak it with boldness. For when you declare God's word with faith, you activate the unseen. Words are spiritual forces. They create, they summon, they shift reality. God is looking for those who will believe beyond logic. Those who will trust when there is no evidence. Those who will say, even if nothing looks different, I still know God is moving. That kind of faith pleases Him. That kind of faith moves mountains. That kind of faith attracts miracles. So, rise up in your spirit. This is not the time to doubt. This is the time to declare. God has spoken, and what He has spoken will stand. You are stepping into divine timing. The next few days will not be ordinary. They will be supernatural. God is releasing answers, healing, provision, reconciliation, and open doors. You will stand in awe and say, truly, God has done this. Your story will change suddenly. Your environment will shift unexpectedly. The heaviness that once surrounded you will lift. The peace that surpasses understanding will fill your home. The same mouth that cried will soon laugh. The same hands that were empty will overflow. The same heart that was weary will dance again. Because when God speaks, reality obeys. And He has spoken concerning you. Before October 18, 4 things will happen: reversal, revelation, reward, and restoration. Believe it, declare it, prepare for it, and watch it unfold. When God decrees a thing, it does not matter who doubts it, who mocks it, or who walks away. His word will always rise above resistance. You see, when God speaks, the universe rearranges itself to fulfill His purpose. Nothing happens outside His timing, and nothing can stop what He has already ordained. Before October 18, you will witness this truth unfold in your own life. God is not merely promising you comfort. He is proving His supremacy. He is showing you that no situation is too dark, no enemy too strong, and no delay too long for His hand to reach in and turn it all around. Some of you are standing in the middle of impossible circumstances. You look at your life and say, I have no idea how things will change. But remember this, impossibility is the stage upon which God performs His greatest works. When all your resources dry up, when all your strength fades, when all your human plans collapse, God steps in. That is the very moment He reveals His power. God loves to display His glory through the unlikely, through the overlikely, through the broken vessels that still dare to believe. You may have been reduced to nothing, but in that nothingness, you are about to witness God create something magnificent. Before October 18, the first great movement, divine reversal, will reach into the very areas that seemed finished. That relationship you thought was over, that career that looked ruined, that dream that felt buried. Watch how God breathed His life into it again. The same breath that brought the universe into existence is breathing on your situation right now. You will begin to sense that things are shifting, not by human effort, but by divine power. People who once ignored you will begin to remember you. Opportunities that were lost will resurface. God will cause the same system that rejected you to call your name again. Do not underestimate what a single act of God can do. Years of pain can be erased in a moment of divine reversal. A lifetime of struggle can be replaced by one day of divine favor. God is not bound by the pace of the world. When He says, now, everything that was once impossible suddenly becomes possible. So keep your heart positioned in expectancy. Expect God to move. Expect the phone call that changes everything. Expect the news that shifts your path. Expect the restoration that no one thought would happen. But remember, God reverses not just your situation, but also your perception. He will teach you to see differently. For as long as your vision is clouded by fear, you cannot recognize the miracle even when it stands before you. God must renew your mind so that when He opens the door, you can walk through it boldly. You are not meant to crawl into your blessing. You are meant to step into it with confidence. That confidence is not arrogance. It is faith. It is the inner knowing that what God has spoken cannot fail. The second divine movement, revelation, will open your inner eyes. God is about to reveal the deeper meaning behind everything you have gone through. You will understand why certain people had to leave. You will realize why certain prayers were not answered the way you expected. You will see that what looked like rejection was actually redirection. Every disappointment was divine protection. God was saving you from lesser things to position you for greater things. Some of you have been asking God for clarity, and He will give it to you, but not through noise. It will come through stillness. When you quiet the distractions, when you detach from fear, when you surrender your timeline, revelation flows. God will whisper in ways that only your spirit can hear. You will receive sudden insight, divine ideas, and supernatural understanding. You will see your life from a higher dimension, and you will no longer panic over what you don't understand, because revelation brings rest. It brings peace. When you know what God is doing, you no longer chase things that were never meant for you. Revelation is a gift that separates the anxious from the anchored. Those who walk in revelation cannot be shaken by appearances. They know that even when nothing seems to move, God is still working behind the scenes. They know that delays are not denials, but divine detours. When revelation fills your heart, you stop questioning God and start trusting Him completely. Now, hear this. The third divine movement, reward, is approaching faster than you think. The season of secret sowing is over. You have labored in faith, loved without return, given without applause, served without recognition. And God has seen it all. Nothing you did in faith went unnoticed. The world may have forgotten, but heaven remembers. Every good deed, every selfless act, every prayer offered in the dark, God is now bringing it back with interest. Your reward will come in unexpected forms. Some of you will receive opportunities that you did not even apply for. Some will find healing where doctors said it was impossible. Some will experience peace where there was once constant turmoil. God's reward is not only in what He gives, but also in what He removes. Sometimes His greatest reward is taking away the thing that was slowly destroying your spirit. He will strip away the counterfeit to make room for the authentic. He will remove burdens you didn't realize you were carrying. He will release you from toxic attachments that kept your soul chained. You will soon understand that God's reward is always perfect. It arrives at the moment when your heart can handle it. It comes in a measure that will not destroy you but develop you. When God rewards, He doesn't just give you blessings, He makes you a blessing. You will become a channel through which His abundance flows to others. Your testimony will become someone else's hope. And then comes the fourth divine movement. Restoration. God will not merely return what you lost, He will multiply it. Restoration is not replacement, it is elevation. God will take what was broken and make it beautiful. He will turn the fragments of your past into the foundation of your future. You will no longer live in the shadow of yesterday's pain. You will rise whole and radiant, carrying the fragrance of divine grace. Some of you lost years to confusion, to wrong decisions, to betrayals, to fear. But God says, I am restoring your years. The time that seemed wasted will now work in your favor. Every setback is being converted into a setup for glory. You thought the chapter was over, but God is reopening the book. The pen is still in His hand, and the story is far from finished. Restoration means peace where there was once pain. It means laughter where there were once tears. It means divine compensation, double for every trouble, beauty for every ashes, joy for every mourning. God is not unjust to forget what you endured. He is faithful to complete what He began in you. And before October 18, you will see His faithfulness like never before. But as God moves, you must also move in obedience. Every divine promise carries a divine instruction. When God is about to elevate you, He will test your readiness. He will whisper, let go of this, or forgive that person, or step out in faith. And your obedience in that moment will determine how swiftly the miracle unfolds. God's blessings are attracted to obedient hearts. Obedience opens what effort cannot. Do not ignore the small promptings in your spirit during these days. Those quiet urgings are not random thoughts. They are divine signals. Follow them. If God tells you to release bitterness, release it. If He tells you to take a step, take it. If He tells you to speak faith instead of fear, do it. Every act of obedience is a seed, and every seed will produce a harvest. The enemy will try to whisper lies in this season. He will tell you that nothing is changing, that these words are just another promise, that you are foolish to believe. Do not entertain that voice. Lies lose their power when you refuse to listen. The more you focus on what God has said, the quieter the enemy becomes. Let your faith make more noise than your fear. And as you prepare for what is coming, keep your atmosphere clean. Speak life, not death. Surround yourself with people who build your faith, not those who drain it. Create an environment where God's presence is welcomed. Your home should echo with words of belief. not doubt. Your heart should overflow with gratitude, not complaint. Gratitude magnifies what God is doing. It draws the miraculous closer. Before October 18, wake each morning with expectation. Say to yourself, today could be the day. Because it could be. God loves to surprise His faithful ones. He loves to turn ordinary days into holy encounters. You could wake up one morning and find that everything has changed. You could receive that message, that opportunity, that healing, that reconciliation, and in an instant, everything will make sense. God's timing is precise. He does not rush, and He does not delay. He is not late, He is deliberate. When He moves, it will feel sudden to you, but has been prepared from eternity. He has already gone ahead of you to arrange every detail. The people you will meet, the doors that will open, the resources that will appear, all are being positioned right now. You are not waiting for God to remember you. He is waiting for you to recognize that He already has. Every moment between now and October 18 is sacred. These are not ordinary days. They are days of divine preparation. God is aligning your spirit with His will so that when the promise appears, you can carry it with strength and humility. So lift your head. Do not let fear dominate your heart. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are not behind. You are in process. You are not at the end. You are on the verge. And when the manifestation comes, you will know that it was never by your own effort, but by the mighty hand of God. You will look back at this moment and say, that was the turning point. That was when everything shifted. That was when God spoke and the earth obeyed. And you will remember that before October 18, the impossible became possible. The unseen became visible, and the promises of God became your reality. Hold this truth with unshakable faith. When God says it, it will happen. Not by your might, not by your plans, not by your strength, but by His divine will. The four things He promised, reversal, revelation, reward, and restoration, are already in motion. The clouds are gathering, the wind of change is blowing, and the heavens are preparing to release what has been stored for you. So stand firm, believe deeply, walk boldly. For God has spoken, and His word cannot return empty. Before the appointed day arrives, you will stand as living proof that when God declares, creation must respond. And everything that once stood against, you will soon testify on your behalf that truly the hand of God has moved mightily in your life. When God sets a divine time, everything in the universe begins to align with it. The movement of people, the opening of doors, the timing of opportunities, all of it bends to the schedule of His will. You may not see it with your physical eyes, but the invisible realm is already shifting in your favor. The winds of destiny are blowing, and they are carrying your name. God has not forgotten you. Every prayer you whispered in secret, every tear that fell in silence, every sigh of your weary heart has been gathered before Him. And now, in this appointed season, He is about to act. Before October 18, His invisible hand will be made visible in your life. There is a sacred truth that many forget. God is never inactive. Even when you feel nothing, even when all seems quiet, God is still orchestrating the outcome. Silence does not mean absence. It means preparation. God works in hidden places because what He is building in you must first take root in the unseen. Just as a seed must remain buried before it can sprout, you too were hidden so that you could grow in strength, wisdom, and endurance. Do not despise the hidden years. They were never wasted. Every unseen effort was a foundation for the season you are about to enter. When God decides to reveal what He has prepared, He does it suddenly. The sudden move of God is both shocking and undeniable. One moment you are in the waiting room, the next you are standing in manifestation. One day everything feels uncertain, and the next you are walking in fulfillment. The world calls it coincidence, but those who walk with God know it as divine timing. What takes others a lifetime, God can release in a single moment. He does not need permission. He needs faith. He does not wait for the right environment. He creates it. And when God decides to elevate you, He will use circumstances you never expected. Sometimes He hides blessings inside problems. Sometimes He disguises breakthroughs inside burdens. You may think something is falling apart, but in truth, it is falling into place. What you call chaos, God calls construction. Every challenge, every delay, every disappointment was shaping you into someone who could carry greater weight. You see, God will not give you what you cannot sustain. That is why He stretched you. That is why He tested you. That is why He allowed pressure to come, because pressure produces power. There is no elevation without endurance. There is no crown without conflict. The very thing that tested your patience was preparing your position. And now that you have endured, the season of manifestation must follow. Before October 18, you will see that everything you went through had divine purpose. What you thought was breaking you was actually building you. What you thought was punishment was actually preparation. God said, I am about to release something so powerful that even the smallest act of obedience will unlock tremendous favor. You will begin to see divine patterns. Moments where your actions, your words, your timing will align so perfectly that it could only be the hand of God. You will meet the right person at the right time. You will hear the right instruction at the right moment. You will step into opportunities that were designed for you before you even knew they existed. But to walk in this season, your heart must remain pure. You cannot carry pride into a season of power. You cannot hold resentment while expecting restoration. God will not pour fresh water into a polluted vessel. Cleanse your heart daily. Forgive quickly. Release what does not serve your peace. For the blessings that are coming require a clear channel, a heart that flows freely with faith and gratitude. Many people delay their blessings not because God has withheld them, but because their hearts are too crowded with offense. They cannot receive new beginnings while clinging to old pain. You must let go, not for them, but for yourself. The moment you release, you make room for what God has already prepared. Do not let bitterness block your breakthrough. Do not let fear silence your faith. Do not let the past define the future God is calling you into. In this sacred season, your words carry tremendous power. What you speak will shape what you see. If your language is filled with defeat, you will live in defeat. But if your language is filled with faith, you will live in victory. Speak as if the miracle is already here. Declare what God has promised. Say to yourself, this is the season where everything changes. This is the time where God's hand will move mightily in my life. Before October 18, my situation will not look the same. Every time you speak with faith, you are building a spiritual structure that attracts divine manifestation. Heaven responds to faith-filled declarations. The angels move at the command of belief. When you speak doubt, you tie your own hands. But when you speak faith, you unleash divine power. So speak boldly, speak consistently, speak in alignment with what God has already decreed. Some of you have been asking, when will it happen? How will it happen? But God's ways are not like human ways. He does not reveal the full plan because faith requires trust, not sight. If you saw every detail, you would not need to depend on Him. So instead, He gives you enough light for the next step. You walk by faith, not by full understanding. Each step of obedience reveals the next. That is how God trains your spirit to rely fully on Him. Do not fear uncertainty, embrace it. It is in the unknown that you will see the greatest revelations. It is in the darkness that God's light shines brightest. Many are afraid of what they cannot control. But the one who trusts in God knows that surrender is the highest form of strength. You are not called to control outcomes. You are called to trust the one who controls all things. When you release your need to understand everything, you create space for miracles to flow. And hear me clearly, when God begins to move, it may not look comfortable. Divine change often disrupts comfort zones. The shaking you feel is not destruction. It is repositioning. God shakes what is unstable so He can establish what is eternal. You may lose some people, you may lose certain habits, you may even lose some plans, but whatever God removes, He replaces with something far greater. His pruning is never punishment. It is preparation for greater fruitfulness. Before October 18, God will also test your focus. The closer you get to breakthrough, the louder the distractions become. Do not lose focus. The enemy cannot stop what God has ordained, so he will try to steal your attention. He will tempt you to argue, to worry, to chase things that do not matter. But this is the time to protect your focus with everything you have. The blessing belongs to those who refuse to look away from what God has said. Keep your eyes on the promise, not the problem. Some people around you will not understand the season you are in. They will question your faith, your decisions, your silence. Let them. You are not here to explain yourself. You are here to obey God. The validation of people cannot compare to the confirmation of God. When the promise manifests, even your critics will be silent. Let your results speak for you. Remember, this faith is not pretending everything is perfect. It is knowing that even in imperfection, God is still in control. You can be surrounded by storms and still have peace because your confidence is in the one who commands the wind. You can be standing in the middle of uncertainty and still smile because you know that God's word cannot fail. So do not fear what lies ahead. God is already there. He has walked through every moment before you ever lived it. He knows your next step, your next breakthrough, your next miracle. All He asks is that you trust Him deeply and obey quickly. When He speaks, move. When He instructs, respond. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. And in this season, timing is everything. When the window of divine opportunity opens, step through it boldly. For some, the miracle will come quietly, a gentle shift that you only recognize when you look back. For others, it will be sudden, dramatic, undeniable. But for all who believe it will come, God's word cannot return void. It cannot be cancelled by circumstance. It cannot be undone by opposition. What He has spoken concerning you must manifest. So lift your hands in faith. Lift your heart in gratitude. Speak to your soul and say, my season is changing. My breakthrough is here. God has declared it, and I believe it. Because belief is the key that unlocks the impossible. Belief transforms prayers into reality. Belief turns delay into acceleration. Before October 18, you will know that the wait was worth it. You will stand in awe of how precisely God planned every detail. You will realize that every tear watered the soil of your miracle. And when you see it, when it finally unfolds, you will not boast in yourself. You will bow in reverence, knowing that it was only by God's mercy, wisdom, and timing that everything came together. And as you step into this season, remember, God is not only blessing you for your sake. He is blessing you as a witness to others. Your life will become a living testimony. Your victory will awaken faith in those who had lost hope. Your story will be the proof that God still moves, still speaks, still answers. You will become the evidence that faith in God never fails. So prepare yourself. These are not ordinary days. The heavens are heavy with promise, and the earth is about to respond. Stay alert, stay pure, stay believing. For before October 18, God will show Himself strong in your life. And when He does, the world will see that no word from God ever falls to the ground. And now, as this message reaches its final breath, hear this not as an ending, but as a divine awakening. Before the 18th of October, God has decreed movements in the unseen that will shake the ordinary out of your life. The clock of heaven is ticking towards something destined. You are not standing in a random season. You are standing in the threshold of transformation. What you choose to believe in these next days will determine what doors open, what chains break, and what blessings flow. God is not looking for spectators. He is searching for those who dare to trust Him when their eyes cannot yet see. You must decide, will you live as a doubter or as one who believes in the power of the unseen? Will you speak words of fear or words of faith? The power of life and death is not in what others say about you. It is in what you declare through your faith in God. When you speak faith, heaven moves. When you trust beyond your understanding, God acts beyond your imagination. The very moment you begin to believe, the atmosphere around you starts to shift. Invisible walls crumble. Delays begin to dissolve. What once seemed impossible begins to realign itself according to the Word of God. So rise up now, not as a victim of your past, but as a vessel of divine promise. There is still time. There is still power. There is still purpose. Before the 18th of October, God will set things in motion that no man can stop. But you must stand firm. Do not retreat when the battle intensifies. Many lose their miracle, not because God was silent, but because they surrendered too early. When you feel the pressure rising, it is not a sign of defeat. It is the final push before the breakthrough. The night always grows darkest before dawn, but it is in that darkness that faith becomes light. Lift your eyes. Stop focusing on what went wrong and start expecting what God is about to make right. Speak to your storm and remind it that God still reigns. Tell your fear that it has no authority where faith has been planted. Tell your pain that its time is over. The days ahead will require courage, but within you lies the strength of the Almighty. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You are chosen for this season, called for this hour, and positioned for this promise. God is preparing to turn your tears into testimony. Every sleepless night is being gathered like seeds that will soon burst into joy. Every unanswered question will soon find its purpose. Every door that shut was not rejection. It was redirection. The hand of God has been steering you through detours, not to delay you, but to deliver you into alignment. The path may have felt unclear, but now the reason is about to reveal itself. Before the 18th of October, watch how God rearranges the very landscape of your life to make room for His promise. But hear this clearly. God's promise is not passive. It moves toward those who move toward Him. If you want to see these 4 divine shifts take place, cleanse your heart from doubt. Forgive those who wronged you. Release bitterness, fear, and pride. For a pure heart is the altar upon which God releases His favor. When your heart is aligned, miracles no longer need to be chased. They begin to chase you. Blessings begin to follow you because God walks before you. There is something sacred about obedience in this season. When you obey the whisper of God, even when it makes no sense, you open the gates of divine acceleration. Some of you will receive what should have taken years within days. Some of you will walk into opportunities you never applied for. Some of you will be healed not by medicine, but by faith. Some of you will receive clarity that will end years of confusion. This is not chance. It is the design of God. But you must believe. Even when the world mocks your faith, even when logic questions your hope, even when the night grows heavy, believe. Because God never fails those who trust Him. He has never abandoned those who lift their eyes to Him. You will look back and realize that every valley was a setup for elevation. Every trial was a preparation for glory. And every delay was divine timing in disguise. So go forth now with a fire in your spirit. Let your faith speak louder than your fears. Let your prayers become declarations. Let your waiting become worship. And let your steps become testimony. The power of God is not coming. It is already here. The wind of change is not distant. It is blowing right now. The promise is not delayed. It is approaching with divine precision. Before the 18th of October, you will see what God has spoken. You will witness doors open that were sealed by human hands. You will stand in awe as what you thought was lost comes running back multiplied. You will walk into spaces that once seemed unreachable, and you will know this is not coincidence, this is God. Do not waste this moment. Guard your faith like treasure. Speak what you desire to see. Walk as if it is already done. Trust as if it cannot fail. God is watching for those who dare to believe in His promise. Let that be you. So now, stand firm, lift your head, and walk into your divine timing. You were not born to live in fear. You were created to manifest the power of faith. You were not meant to merely survive. You were destined to thrive under the mighty hand of God. The days ahead are not to be feared, but to be expected with holy anticipation. The heavens are preparing to respond. The earth is aligning to your faith. And God Himself is saying, before the 18th of October, these 4 things will happen. Believe it, receive it, and prepare your heart for the flood of divine movement. Because when God speaks, reality shifts. When God declares, creation obeys. And when God promises, nothing and no one can stop what is coming.